The Honorable Chief Judge Janet DiFiore became fascinated with the judicial system when she went to court with a relative who got into trouble with the law.
I was so taken by the process, how fair it was. And even though we loved him and supported him, he did something that was very wrong, and he was held appropriately accountable for that crime.
His case would lead Janet to make a life-changing discovery. She wanted to be a prosecutor. She graduated from St. John's School of Law in Queens and became a public interest lawyer, then a district attorney, and she continued to rise through the ranks. The only child of Italian immigrants, her desire to build strong communities for children and families is a natural extension of how she was raised in a large extended family.
My grandfather emigrated from Italy. He saved up enough money and he bought a postage stamp piece of property in the city of Mount Vernon, and he built a family compound. And the foundation of our family was about caring for each other, our friends, our community. And those are the true values, I think, that Italian Americans lived with. And I served as a trial judge for years, and of course in 2016, I was appointed by Governor Andrew Cuomo to serve as the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals in the state of New York.
A strong advocate for fairness and equality, the judge launched an initiative that would revolutionize how the state's judiciary functions.
I am most proud of the Excellence Initiative. We increased access to the courts for everyone. We made certain that their cases were resolved expertly and with due respect and regard for every litigant's interest.
A proud wife, mother, and grandmother, Judge DiFiore recently retired from the bench, but she's not sitting on the sidelines.
I have lots of goals in mind for my retirement, but it really isn't retirement. It's post-service after 42 years in government service. I spent this past year taking care of myself and refocusing on my family. And I'm looking forward to various opportunities that will really sing to my strong suits.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Judge Janet DiFiore.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and thank you very much. What an honor it is to stand here this evening before all of you, particularly in the company of our Grand Marshal, Beth Peretta, and our honorees, Don DiCarlo, Tom DiNapoli, our State Comptroller, and our humanitarian, Father Prezzuti. Congratulations to each one of you. It is a privilege for me to stand alongside of you. So as you all know, the stated mission of the Columbus Citizens Foundation is to promote Italian heritage and culture and to celebrate the achievements of Italian Americans. At its core, the mission statement is an action statement, and the values and the goals that are reflected in the statement are the very same values and goals that were taught to us in our homes by our parents and our grandparents. Respect for our heritage, pride in our culture, and lifting our family, our friends, and our neighbors up in celebration of their achievements. To my mind, the Columbus Citizens Foundation is the powerhouse of kindness and philanthropy that it is because of those very same values. Values that are baked into our DNA and underscored and reaffirmed every day in our homes by our ancestors' simple acts of daily kindness and respect. This was my experience in our warm and generous and loving home, and I will always be grateful and humbled by that good fortune. I once read one can never pay in gratitude. One can only pay in kind somewhere else in life. I've tried to hold true to and live by that simple admonition and remind myself time and again that while I will forever appreciate the many ways in which my parents sacrificed and worked so very hard to provide such a good life for me, expressions of gratitude would never do for them. They would have none of that. So I've tried to honor their legacy and remain true to their values by paying in kind somewhere else in life. And that somewhere else in life for me has been professionally through my career in public service, working over the past 40 years to improve the justice system, to ensure fairness, equality, and access to justice for all. And in my personal life, by honoring the shared commitment my husband, Dennis Glazer, and I made to each other 45 years ago to devote ourselves to creating a safe and loving home that would enable our children to become strong, kind, and charitable individuals. Alexandra, our daughter, now building her own family and career in public service alongside her wonderful husband, Matthew Murphy, a noted member of the New York Bar. Joseph, our true Renaissance man, and his soon-to-be wife, in fact, 3 weeks from tonight, Dr. Elise Blazar. Our son, Michael, an extraordinary individual on every level, including an exceptional golfer working on his 2 handicap. And our 2 youngest stars, Charlotte and James Murphy. Charlotte, who is here with us tonight, and I hope you all got to meet her. All of them, each one of them, on a path to paying in kind somewhere else in life. Tonight, we're all here because we're paying in kind somewhere else in life. And while I am most grateful for this honor and recognition, I am truly inspired by and will continue to model your commitment to the preservation of our beautiful, beautiful Italian culture and heritage, and the celebration of the many, many achievements and contributions that Italian Americans have made to this great country that we are all so very fortunate to live in. Thank you all. Thank you.